The first round of professional Counter-Strike 2 matches is finally upon us, and that starts today with an ESL Challenger qualifier that is currently being played online. There's been plenty of matches that have been played. They're all best of 3, and more importantly, they are all MR12. But with these matches just now starting, I'd like to pose the question, is Counter-Strike 2 ready for professional play? And there's a lot of people with a lot of opinions on this right now, and you may have seen them, and let's talk about it right after a word from SkinsMonkey. Today's video is sponsored by SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is a site where you can trade your skins that you don't want anymore to get some fresh, clean, new skins. All you do is you log in through Steam and then put in the items that you don't want anymore, grab the items that you do, and then click trades. Trades happen almost immediately, and any extra balance that you don't use in your current trade will roll over so you can use it in a future trade as well. Right now you can get a free $5 if you use code Austin on the site, and if you were to use my code you get an extra 5% on top of the 30% deposit bonus. So let's say that you deposit $100, you would get $135 on the site, and you can use that for a future trade. So go ahead and check out SkinsMonkey, and let's get right back into the video. And this all really started when Simple spoke out and said that the game is basically not good right now, and he even called it shit, saying that if you want to play the game, you're probably best to wait about 3 months until the game becomes polished. And personally, I do actually think that he's onto something. There isn't a lot of stuff that's going right now for CS2. The first round of matches is being played, and there's so many glitches. There was the hitbox glitch that was just fixed last night, and if you guys didn't see the hitbox glitch, basically what was happening was if you tried to shoot somebody in the head, it wasn't actually gonna kill them because the hitboxes were not accurate. And this actually did cost somebody a round. Right here you can see we have somebody going to kill the diffuser, but he actually can't hit their head, so they get the defuse. And this was happening so much. And remember that the first round of professional matches were played with bugs this obvious in the game. So there could be bugs right now that we don't know about that are in the game that could be exploited later on down the road. There's also been plenty of other people that have voiced their opinions, like Twist, when Thor asked on Twitter if CS2 was ready for competition. And in this tweet, Twist basically said that it's not ready for pro play. There's a lot of problems such as inconsistent sprays, the smokes aren't blooming consistently either, but he does think it's best for the game to improve if everybody just switches now and bears with the bugs so that everything can get fixed. And I personally am on board with this. I think it really is the only way. We have to let pro players go through this really tough time because it's really the only way that the game will get better. And with the movement being inconsistent, we are seeing people talking about using alias binds to make the movement a little bit more consistent. If this looks confusing, don't worry, it really is. So basically what's happening here is we're rebinding our movement keys so that it kind of cancels out the subtick. I don't really know, to be honest. It's a little bit of a complicated explanation. If you want to see more about this, I'd recommend watching Maxim's video about desubticking CS2. He explains it all pretty well in here. I'll leave a link at the top right of the video if you want to go check that out. I highly recommend it. We're seeing people rebind the entire game basically just to make it playable, and I think that that's not a good sign. But the problem is that even though this might be a temporary solution, ESL actually does not allow the use of alias binds. So the game feels better with the binds that we want to use, but we're not allowed to use them. But there is a legal version of the binds, but then they're not as good. So it's just really confusing. So basically the only way to play the game in a super nice, consistent way right now is to bind the game in a way that it's not supposed to be, or suffer with the movement that's a little bit inconsistent right now. Through all of the weird stuff that's going on with the movement and with the shooting, we did learn at least that jump throws are going to be allowed in pro play, so I guess that's a bonus. And so basically that leaves us in this really weird middle ground where CS2 is kind of a mess, I'm not going to lie. And as a competitor, I'm really not feeling too motivated to grind this game at this current state. I'm excited for the future. I do think that this game will still be better than CSGO was, but we're in a really weird period where it almost feels like it's a waste of time to grind because we all know that the game is going to change so much. From a viewer's perspective, if you don't play the game and you strictly watch, I won't lie, the game does look like a lot of fun, and you won't notice all these small details that the pros are complaining about because in reality, like the only way that you really would notice is if you had thousands of hours in CSGO. I think things are looking up for CS2, but it's going to take a little bit of time, probably about 3 months like Simple said. Based on everything that we talked about, I'd like to say I don't really think that CS2 is ready for professional play, but I don't think that there's any other way than to just suffer through these bad few months, and hopefully it gets better soon. But I'd like to know what you think in the comments below, so let me know if you guys think that the game is good, and since most of you won't, let me know what you think needs to change as fast as possible to make the game more fun. That's pretty much it. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like as well, and yeah, much love as always. See you guys later.